Hi, and welcome back to this special edition of Colorado Springs the Way It Was. This next segment with my guest Lew Tilley, we want to talk a little bit about your photography career. And one thing that you brought with you that I'm delighted, because I consider Fannie Mae Duncan a friend of mine. We produced a documentary on her about 7 or 8 years ago called Everybody Welcome. But you did a photo essay of Fannie Mae Duncan. It was a day in the life kind of a thing.
Exactly.
Tell us a little bit about how that got started. And
Johnny Rubens, who was an ex-lawyer and decided he'd be a freelance writer, thought she'd make a damn good story, and I was the cameraman, and so he did the research on her and accompanied me and made all the notes and things, and I was free to do what an artist does when he takes pictures. That is to take pictures that sort of reveal the personality visually.
And this was this published in a magazine then, or?
You know, when I brought these over, I don't know. I really don't. Because I lost track of where things were and how they were published. But I don't think so. I don't think we ever found a publisher that was interested in that much detail for who was a big fish in a small pond, but not big enough to go national. Let's put it that way.
But in terms of Colorado Springs history, Fannie Mae Duncan, of course, was a businesswoman here in town. She owned the Cotton Club, and this was around 1955 when you did this. And you know, again, it's a wonderful time capsule of that era in the 50s. But what did you do? You just got up and followed her through the course of the day?
A day's work from the beginning to the very end. Which include at the time she was trying to set up a black resort hotel in Manitou Springs, and this was a fascinating story, and unfortunately the times were not quite right for it, and I don't know if she lost money or that, but we followed that as at the beginning, went out and saw the property that she was hoping to set up, and then returned through the day and finished up at night. That was the exciting part, because the Cotton Club was featuring a special band that was in, and Fannie Mae was marvelous with it.
Well, all I can say is, looking through the proof sheets, these are brilliant photos. I mean, I can't say I've seen a nicer photo essay from that time period. But let's go ahead and show some of the pictures. This is a print that Myron Wood did for you, right?
Actually made,
Let's go ahead and hold it up for...
That would away on this
glare
camera.
down. Yeah, no, on Dave's camera.
Okay, there we go.
Now, this is when Fannie Mae was in her prime, probably a young woman in her mid-30s at that time.
With a wonderful family. All of the members of the family were cooperative in running the Cotton Club. And that one, as Myron did a photo show once in the Art Center and he thought his prints, and they were a hell of a lot better than my printing skills, and he did them. But these were some smaller ones here, but nevertheless, what is the size of a photograph? What I like about that one is I
don't know if you can get that, Dave. Is that
anyway doing a?
We'll cut these in later, but.
Here she is at the end of the evening, in which she is looking on her receipts,
counting her money.
Counting her money.
Very successful businesswoman, and Fannie Mae knew how to run a business.
And a very careful one, too.
Yeah, I love this picture. This one is great.
As she counts her money, notice that revolver right by her side.
She knows how to protect herself.
She protected herself beautifully. She was a marvelous, is a marvelous woman.
She is.
I haven't seen her in so long. She's still alive.
Lives in Denver. Yeah. I talk to her on occasion, and you know, these are just a few of these photographs. And eventually, I'd love to get these printed and do a photo display. But
that would be good.
But there must be at least 50 or 100 of these photographs that you have from that day that would make some beautiful prints.
Yes. You know, we have a wonderful photo curator out at University of Colorado in Colorado Springs. He is the director of their art center. Really his specialty is photography. And I'll talk with him about that too.
Well, I'm just saying, it's, you know, working on this project has been delightful, just discovering these films and photographs, but, you know, what a blessing to have people like yourself with the vision to photograph things at the time, because you don't think about it, you know, when you're in that time period, you don't think, well, how's it going to have any value, you know, but it really does, you know, 40 years from now, 100 years from now, you know, they just become more priceless.
Yeah, there are literally thousands of negatives that I have in my files, and it's amazing to go back and see. Of course, I was really documenting my life in a way, because all of these were people I knew and enjoyed taking photographs of them.